3, 2, 1, end of test. Keying with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum, and we are starting on our way out of trainers of the 30s, and we're headed into World War II and beyond. And this week, we are talking about another one of the most prolific trainers that was ever built, and that is the de Havilland, the Tiger Moth. It is one of the most prolific trainers of the 1930s and beyond. I'm going to talk about beyond there. My commitant assistant. I'm trying. I'm going to get it there. And you know, you've turned me into a French fry today. You know what I really like with French fries is Bob's blue cheese dressing. And not everyone is going to know what I'm talking about there. But back in the day, when you had Bob's Big Boy, you get the Big Boy, and you get some blue cheese dressing and fries. But I digress. So today we are talking about the Tiger Moth. Now, the Tiger Moth's first flight was in 1931. It was introduced in 1932. Retired from military service, get this, Jason, 1959. And the build on this was 8,868. Big build rate. They were not all built by the same company. De Havilland actually pushed out some of these to third parties to build them. At one point at De Havilland, they were pushing out so many Tiger Moths that the aircraft took up their entire production line, if you can believe that. That's kind of crazy at the time. Jeffrey de Havilland was looking for the perfect military trainer, and he finally found it in the version E6. So, Greg, I'll throw up a plan view again. If you can throw up a plan view of a E6 version of the Tiger Moth, that is the quintessential Tiger Moth that actually worked. Test pilot Hubert Broad flew the airplane, and he came back and said, "That's a good airplane," in his perfect English accent, which, no, I didn't get anything out of Jason on that. I thought I was going to get something. Now I'm going to give you, the kids at home, something. Sometimes I give you an airfoil lookup or a wing or something. This one, I'm going to tell you to go look up differential aileron controls, because that was a key to some of the Tiger Moth success. Now, it was not an easy airplane to fly. It was a trainer. It should be docile. It was very slow on the controls. So quickly after that, they realized they were onto something as they were building these things like hotcakes. In 1934, the Tiger Moth 2 came about, and that was the another kind of step version forward of the airplane. Now, in 1941, they added something very important, and you know what that is, Jason? And Greg can throw up a graphic of what a strake is, but they had some spin problems with the airplane, so they actually put anti-spin strakes on the airplane, which are basically air walls in different places in the wings or on the fuselage or wherever, to kind of give that portion of the fuselage, the wing or whatever, a little more air. Greg, you can throw up a graphic on how a strake works. And with that, I am going to pause. And my salute today is to Jeffrey de Havilland, probably one of the most amazing airplane builders ever. Not only in design, but in working with different materials. You can remember the English worked a lot with wood. They worked with all kinds of stuff. They worked into the stress of the war and being attacked. And the de Havilland is just an incredible company. Kind of went by the wayside after World War II, but pre-war and into World War II, this was an amazing company. So Jeffrey and all of the de Havilland employees, I'm going to give you a salute, and that is with the original Green River caffeine-free since 1919. This one is made with real sugar. Forget pure cane sugar. We're just going to dump sugar into it. So 165 calories, that's not too bad. So let's go ahead and salute good old Jeffrey. Okay, there we go. And no fizz there. That's kind of interesting. So we'll go ahead. This is a scary green color. It looks like antifreeze. You sure this isn't? I wouldn't put it past you, Jason. So to Jeffrey de Havilland, I salute you. You know what? It's not bad. I'll take that in this blazingly hot hanger. Very nice. So Jeffrey, give you a second sip, and to all those workers at the de Havilland factory, we salute you. I should say factories. De Havilland was a fairly big company. Now, you know what? There is one thing that this aircraft is known for, Jason. It's an obscure Fred fun fact. And you know what that is? That is the DH.82. That was called the Queen Bee. Now, the Queen Bee was a radio-controlled gunnery aircraft, and that was used for, what do you think? They would take those, they take it up and they would shoot at it. It was radio-controlled, but what do bees have, Jason? I'm leading you down the path. Drones. That is the term where drone came from. Can you believe that? Very cool. Jason says like, mind blown. So that was actually where the term drone came from. I was surprised with that. You watch Warbird Wednesday and you learn these little obscure facts. That's actually probably a bar bet winner. I would think you win a bar bet with that one. Okay, so after the fall of France, the Tiger Moths were pressed into military service. Some of them were used with light bomb racks as a light bomber, which, if you can imagine taking a Tiger Moth into combat, I would not do that, but they had bomb racks. Some other Tiger Moths were actually used with, I want to say scythes. They were like razor blades. And what they were supposed to do was they would go aloft, and as the Germans were parachuting in, they would fly through the German paratroopers and cut the parachute cords. Never used, obviously, but they were planning on that. What happens if you miss the parachute cord and hit the paratrooper? I think that would be a pretty nasty outcome. But after that, after Battle of Britain, the Tiger Moth stayed around. It's in private hands. It's tons of them still being used. But it kind of faded out of military service. They still used them as hacks, as transports, but as airplanes became faster, the Tiger Moth was really no longer valid as a trainer. It is a great, you'll see Tiger Moths used in a lot of World War I movies as they're kind of supposed to be SE-5s, and they're Tiger Moths. They're not the SE-5s don't exist in any great numbers. But that's another British biplane, or really a World War I biplane. But they use them a lot in World War I movies, and now people just fly them for sport and to enjoy them. Now, if you came across us on YouTube or Facebook and you like one take military aircraft videos, I encourage you, give us a subscription, send us to your friends. We do one take. We try to come up with some stuff that you might not know about some of these aircraft. They're fairly obscure. If we could really use the subscription and a like, give us your comments. If you have suggestions for things we should cover, we have over 200 videos in the can now. Tell us what that is, and we'll happily get out there and add some additional airplanes for you in a different topic. If you, though, are sitting at home and you're bored, you could read this book, Fighter Boys, 1940, the Battle of Britain. Jason actually talked to this guy, transcribed the entire book, printed himself, and we'll get it out to you. He didn't do that, but we will get you the book out to. This is a fantastic book by Patrick Bishop, and we encourage you, click on the link and we'll send one out to you. We cannot do everything that we do without your donation. So if you like what you see, we've got 75 aircraft, 100,000 feet under roof on 17 acres. We can always use a few extra bucks, shekels, liras, dinero. So click on that donation link that's with the video. We would be happy to take a donation. And if you've got kiddos at home, there are education guides with these videos. You could click on those, download one section or the entire book, and you can teach the kids about everything from history to aeronautics. We encourage you to do that. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. King was a go.
Day, all my fears have gone away. I guess this means I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm ready to fly, ready to fly. Wasn't long ago I shook at the thought of being hooked. But ever since I wrote my book, I'm ready to fly, ready to fly.
Come along and join us, we can plug you in a simulator. We'll teach you how to dance and be